Good afternoon from the Central Illinois Weather Network. I'm Larry Eastab. We have a very intense line of thunderstorms rapidly intensifying and moving into portions of northwestern Illinois at the moment. Let's go straight to Storm Predator. I want to show you this at a wider view out of the Quad Cities and show you what we're talking about. The flashing cells you see here are some very intense storms over extreme eastern portions of Iowa now, moving into the southern portion of Wisconsin and extreme northwestern Illinois. This bottom cell here that we'll show you here now moving into portions of northwestern Illinois. But as you can see, this entire line is the flashing areas are areas where we're likely getting winds in excess of 70 miles an hour. We've had hail with these this afternoon in excess of 3 inches in diameter, and so obviously some very serious hail there. Thunderstorm wind damage also reported with these storms throughout the afternoon hours as they've moved through areas of Minnesota and Wisconsin and Iowa, and again now moving into northwestern Illinois. Let's go to Storm Lab here and put this in a little bit more perspective. We'll take the radar out of Springfield here first, widen this view out just a little bit, show you the tornado watch there in green to the north, and you can see this 30% hail line now. The SPC is bringing this down into just to the north of the Peoria area. 30% wind damage risk would be in the Peoria area and all the way back up through Iowa. And then the slight risk of severe storms, 15% hail and wind risk, going from roughly just to the northeast of the Danville, Indiana area, or Danville, Illinois area rather. This would be up around Attica, in that area of Indiana, back to the southwest toward Champaign, through Decatur, around Taylorville, and back to the north of the St. Louis area, all the way back out into Missouri, the new slight risk of severe weather for tonight. Now let's go, we're going to zoom into the northern end of this here and show you on the Lincoln radar just how defined these storms are just on the Lincoln radar right at the moment over northwestern Illinois, and we'll put the county names back on here so you can get an idea where your individual county is located if you're watching that. Hopefully you know already, but you can see this particular cell here, and that did not take for some reason. Okay, there we go. Zoom back out here just a little bit over portions of Joe Davies rather in Stevenson County. We do have these pretty intense storms right at the moment between Freeport and Dubuque. This first storm is really turning into a pretty big hail maker. Again, we've had reports with this storm of 3-inch in diameter hail, and these show no signs of weakening. Let's go over the Quad Cities radar. We can show you these a little bit better detail. We'll put this in motion here and show you these storms just marching right along the same path. They've been west of I-90 throughout the afternoon, and they are now starting to approach the I-90 corridor here in the Rockford area. You're going to be seeing some rain in the next hour or so, but look at these storms as they march towards the south. What's particularly concerning about these cells, especially this one now over Joe Davies and Stevenson counties, is the hooks that we're starting to see possibly form on these. You can see 1, 2, you got a V-notch here with this one. Same thing with this particular cell. Although there are no tornado warnings, this could be producing funnel clouds right now. This could be producing funnel clouds, and this cell could be producing funnel clouds. Then you get into more of a long line of storms, not as intense now as we were seeing earlier in Clayton and Fayette counties over in Iowa, but these storms all have had a history, again, of very large hail, damaging thunderstorm winds, and the general movement of these is towards the southeast. So we're going to have to watch this very closely through the evening hours as some of these storms are going to start to approach the eastern fringes of this tornado watch. It's in effect until 11 p.m. and as that occurs, they may likely move that watch further towards the east. I don't think we're going to be talking the Chicagoland area until well after midnight for these storms, but given their current intensity, we'll have to see what happens in the next few hours as additional storms are starting to develop also over portions of the area south of La Crosse right now, over the I-90 corridor up in Wisconsin, over Vernon and Richland County, starting to see some development there, and further back to the west as well. We'll bring this out just a little bit, give you an idea again of the area of this tornado watch from Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Davenport, Dubuque, and Madison, Wisconsin, all under this tornado watch. You can see a tornado report here in just the past little while. Funnel cloud report northeast of Dubuque. We'll take some of this off here and we can show you a little bit better the storms at a wider range here. Got so much on the screen at once. We'll also give you an idea of the lightning that we're talking about. Let's switch back over to Lincoln here for just a moment while we're waiting for this particular image to refresh. Well, we'll try Storm Predator. How about that? Okay, this particular image here again showing you the 5 cells we're watching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of those with severe thunderstorm warnings at the moment. Do we have the Quad Cities radar? Okay. Still a lot of stuff on the screen. We'll again try to remove that and show you. There we go. We can show you the severe thunderstorm watches or warnings rather stretch again over a good portion of the area just to the north of Dubuque and Waterloo right at the moment. A new flash flood warning looks like just being issued over that same area as these storms continue to dump copious amounts of rain and hail again over the same area as they move towards the south. And this is definitely going to be a concern throughout the evening hours. Again, Grant County, that's where the worst of these storms are right at the moment, moving into Joe Davies and Stevenson counties of Illinois, and then on over into, that's Grant County, Wisconsin, and then moving on further over to the west, Clayton and Fayette counties in Iowa, all under severe thunderstorm warnings for this intensifying line of storms as it moves to the southeast. Tornado watch in effect until 11 p.m. No tornado warnings at the moment, but I would not be surprised at all to see more of a tornadic threat over the next couple of hours as these storms get their act together and form one big line, as they're trying to do right now, moving towards the southeast. So mainly northwestern Illinois this evening after midnight, a potential over portions of central Illinois and even down into the St. Louis area overnight, slight risk of storms as well. But we'll be watching it very closely throughout the evening hours. I'm Larry Estep with the Central Illinois Weather Network.